Hey everyone, today's video is going to be another food haul, although this one is slightly different. Everything that I've picked up today was from the reduced section. So I originally saw this video on Sofarina's channel, so I'll leave a link to that in the description. But basically I was inspired to go out and see what my own reduced sections had to offer, see what I could find, and then share it with you guys. As you know, I like to live fairly affordably. I'm a big fan of bargains. I love the reduced section anyway, so I thought it'd be interesting to challenge myself and see what I could find. I will say I feel like I didn't go at the best time. I went at probably around 7ish, which I thought would be kind of when they would be adding the stickers, because before then it's still like peak daytime. I don't know if this is just my logic, but I thought that there would be the most options available at around 7ish, but I think I should have gone a little bit earlier because the reduced sections were like pretty empty. So I've been to ASDA, I also popped into LIDL just to get a couple of bits, and I'm going to share with you guys everything that I picked up. I'm also going to film a what I eat in a day video with some of these bits and bobs so you guys can see how I end up using them. Obviously with reduced food, normally you have to eat them either fairly quickly or they have to be freezable, otherwise things might end up getting wasted, which I'm so against. So I've already frozen a few of these items, and the rest of it I'm going to be working my way through today, most likely, sharing with you guys some recipes and some tips and tricks to make food last a little bit longer, because you don't have to do everything based on best before date. I know a lot of people are so funny about that, but with vegetables and things like that, if they look okay, they smell okay, normally they will be okay. But obviously supermarkets can't really sell them for the full price if they're out of date. So got a few good bargains that I'm going to share with you guys, and at the end I will show you my total and what the total would have been if everything was full price. I'm going to start with a couple of bits that I picked up from LIDL, because I feel like I was less successful at LIDL. I found a few things that I was excited to try, but I don't think the savings were actually that great in hindsight. I feel like that's the one big thing to be wary of when you're shopping in the reduced section. Often you can get carried away and buy things that you wouldn't have bought anyway, so you're actually spending more money even though they're reduced, if that makes sense. So I feel like that was probably the case with this smoothie. This was reduced 30%, so the old price was £2.29 and the new price was £1.60. This is just a vitamins smoothie. It's strawberry and banana flavour. It's got a bunch of good stuff in there, and to be honest, this is the kind of thing that I would treat myself to on the weekend anyway. But the one that I normally pick up from ASDA, I'm pretty sure is like £1 full price. So this ended up being more expensive despite being in the reduced section. But it does sound really good, and I feel like it's going to be a nice weekend treat. The next thing that I picked up in LIDL was again 30% off, and that is this red Thai style pot. This is from their vegan range, and it was £1.18, reduced from £1.69. Again, this isn't the kind of thing I would have probably picked up if it wasn't reduced, so I feel like I've been a sucker to the whole being swept in on the reduced section finds. So I mean, I'm sure this is going to taste nice. I mean, it sounds really good, it sounds very up my street. I don't tend to reach for these kind of like pre-made meals necessarily, but it sounds good, so I'm going to give it a try, I think, for lunch today. And if it's any good, I feel like it probably is a really good option for people that are in a rush, if they're on the go. Probably a good thing that you could take to work if you've got a microwave at work and you're still going to work. I know that a lot of people are working from home, me included. But yeah, I like the sound of this, so when I saw it reduced I was like, I might as well pick it up. And then the final thing from LIDL was this hummus. This again was 30% off, and it was originally 69p, the new price was 48p. I mean, 69p for hummus anyway is a really good price. I feel like most supermarkets are like the £1 mark, so already this was fairly affordable. I will say with hummus, it goes off fairly quickly anyway, so I always feel like a huge amount of stress when I buy hummus, because I feel like I need to eat it really quickly before it's like a little bit dodgy. I feel like hummus is the kind of thing that can go a little bit dodgy. I don't know, I feel like I have a few select items that once they're past their sell by date, I feel like a little bit iffy eating them, and hummus is one of them. So I'm going to try and get through this fairly quickly, but I feel like you can't really go wrong with hummus. So in total, the LIDL stuff came to £5.66 without the discount, and then with the discount it was £4.25. So not really the best saving, and I did get a couple of bits that I probably wouldn't have picked up normally, so I feel like LIDL was a little bit more of a fail. but the ASDA bits and bobs I am far more proud of. I feel like I got some really good deals, so I'll share those with you guys as well. I'll start with all the fruit and veg bits because I feel like that's normally where the reduced section like thrives, because obviously if vegetables are going out of date, they're going to reduce them fairly quickly. So I got a couple of like pre-chopped veg mixes, which again is not something I would normally pick up, and I normally advise against going for like pre-chopped, pre-packaged vegetables, just because it tends to be a little bit more expensive. And obviously if you're in a position where you've got the time to chop up your own veg, if you're able to chop up your own veg, etc., I would normally recommend doing that instead of buying these pre-made mixes. But when I saw these in the reduced section, I was like, I would never be able to buy like the individual vegetables in this bag to chop myself for the price that this bag is. So this was 65p reduced from 85p, and this is a leek and potato soup mix. To be honest, thinking about it, this one isn't like the best deal that I found. I did get a couple of others that were far more reduced, but I just thought I would give this a go. I feel like I can prep this. I have actually already frozen this, but I figured I could make this into a soup and then just freeze the soup, and then I have it in my freezer for whenever I need some lunch options. The same goes for this soup mix. So this is the vegetable soup mix. This was only 15p from 85p, so this was like a proper bargain. I feel like you cannot beat that really anywhere. Again, it's just pre-chopped vegetables. I think there's like carrots, swede, onions, etc. in here, potatoes maybe. I'm just going to boil this down today probably and blend it up, and then again freeze portions of this, so when I fancy soup I've already got some made in the freezer. I also picked up this British Swede. This was 10p, again such a bargain. This is just pre-chopped swede, and to be honest, if I was to buy any vegetables pre-prepared, it probably would be swede because it's so hard and difficult to peel and chop. So if I'm ever going to be lazy, this is probably the route I would go down. I'm a big fan of Swede and carrot mash, and I figured that's probably where I'll use this. And again, that's something that I can make in bulk and freeze portions of for when I want it in the future. I also picked up some Brussels sprouts for 10p. If you guys have seen any of my recent videos, you'll know that I'm on a real Brussels sprouts hype at the moment. I've just been obsessed with bacon, garlic, Brussels sprouts. I literally cannot get enough of them. I will leave a link to the Christmas video I did where I shared the recipe for those. When I saw these reduced, I figured I might as well pick them up. These are normally 80p, which seems really expensive for how much you get in this bag. I will say, if you guys are looking for Brussels sprouts, I would personally just go for the frozen ones. That's what I've been getting recently, and it's so much easier and so much cheaper, and you don't have to worry about having fresh veg that's going to be going off in the fridge. So normally wouldn't probably get this packet of Brussels sprouts for the price, but they were 10p, so I'm going to have these for dinner this evening. Finally, I got some jack potatoes for 9p, reduced from like 45p, I think. You get 4 in this bag. They don't look the prettiest, I will say. They're quite possibly the ugliest potatoes I've ever seen. But I think for mash, they're going to be absolutely fine. I think once I've peeled them, I probably won't know any different. When I buy potatoes anyway, I normally keep them past their best before date, so I'm not really super concerned with these. They don't look their best, but I feel like they're going to taste exactly like any other potato. And then fruit-wise, I picked up this mango for 72p, reduced from 95p. Again, maybe something I wouldn't have got if it wasn't reduced. I feel like I get these very occasionally, but only when they're reduced, because I don't really want to spend £1 on a mango. I will eat this probably in one sitting, but 72p isn't like the best saving, so again, might have been swept into the reduced sticker a little bit there, but I love mango, so I'm looking forward to eating this. Next, I got some Crumpets for 36p, reduced from 56p. I have already eaten 3 of these because I couldn't wait. Again, maybe not the biggest saving. I feel like in the bakery section you can sometimes find some really good deals, and I feel like I probably missed them because I just went to the supermarket a little bit late and everyone else had snapped them up. But I have got like whole baguettes before for like 5p. Often things like Crumpets are like 5, 10p, super cheap. So 36p, while I'm not going to complain because it's still ridiculously affordable, you can definitely find cheaper options in the bakery reduced section, but I love Crumpets, so I was happy I picked these up. And then the final couple of bits that I got, again, were things I probably wouldn't have bought anyway, but I'm very happy about. I feel like they're going to be really nice treats. The first one being this naked bar. This was reduced from £1 to 65p, which to be honest is still outrageous. The fact that people pay £1 for one of these bars is actually mental. I know that you can get like a whole pack of maybe 3 or 4 for £1.50, so Even in the reduced section, this isn't a great deal, but I'm going to give this a try. I don't think I've tried this flavour before. It is the carrot cake flavour. I'm pretty sure, I'm assuming because I can't actually see the writing on this packaging, but I'm pretty sure it's the carrot cake flavour, and it doesn't go out of date for like a month. So I'm not quite sure why that's been reduced just yet, but either way, that is going to be one of my snacks. And then the final thing that I picked up was this plant-based passion fruit yogurt. This was £2.20 originally, and it was reduced to 37p. So I feel like this was probably my best find. This is the thing that I'm definitely most excited about. I did actually open this last night because I really wanted to try it. I hadn't tried this brand of yogurt before, and I'm not regretting buying this. Like, yeah, maybe I wouldn't have bought it normally. I mean, I definitely would never have paid £2.20 for it, but this is the exact kind of thing I like to treat myself with. So passion fruit, honestly, it was really good. I really enjoyed it. The yogurt is super thick. I don't know what I would compare this to. If you guys have tried this, let me know your thoughts. But it's vegan, it's oat, coconut and rice milk that's blended together to make the yogurt. And yeah, no regrets. I'm very happy I picked this up, and I can't wait to finish this pot later today. Overall, everything in ASDA came to £2.92, and if everything wasn't reduced, it would have been £8.82. So I feel like I got some really good savings in ASDA, and I think pretty much everything I picked up are things that I know that I'm going to use and I'm going to enjoy. Overall, including Lidl and ASDA together, it came to £7.17, and if the items weren't reduced, it would have been £13.49. So not bad really for food that's going to definitely last me a few different meals. I've got a few different lunch options in here. I actually don't think I even showed you guys the tiger bread rolls. So these were 10p, reduced from I think 69p. So yeah, like I said, the bakery section is often the best place to find some really good reduced bargains. And I feel like with most like breads and things like that, you can freeze them, so it really doesn't matter when their like best before date is. So I'm very excited to have some of those tiger bread rolls, probably with some of the soups I'm going to be making this week. But that is everything that I picked up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you found it interesting. Let me know if you found any good hacks for when supermarkets do reduce their foods. Like I said, I feel like I went a little bit too late, and I might have like missed prime reduced section time. So if you know the best time to go, if you work in a supermarket, then definitely let me know and leave them in a comment below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.